Well, welcome back to Spring Loaded. Well, it's time to look towards this weekend. But before we do that, we need to, first of all, competition time and go back to the answer to last week's question. And the question was, who rode the winner of this race? Now, Shocking was, of course, winning the Melbourne Cup 2 years ago. Who rode the horse? Well, it was Corey Brown who rode Shocking, of course, backing up after winning the Lexus a couple of days beforehand and then winning the Melbourne Cup. So Corey Brown was the answer for last week. With this being the last show, we need to announce the winner who gets $1,000 worth of bets over New Zealand Cup Week. And the winner is Grant Johnson. Well done to you of Te Awa Mutu, our competition winner here on Spring Loaded. So well done to you, Grant. And you've got some important spending coming up next week with $1,000 worth of bets. So we'll be in touch with you and we'll make sure we get your bets from you, and hopefully all the best when it comes to next week at Riccarton. Okay, well, it's time now to talk about what's coming up on the show. And first of all, this Saturday, it is the 2000 Guineas, the Sawtees Guineas, where Anna Bandana has come up as the favourite now. The filly lining up in the race, and she's at $2.40. The three-quarter brother Burgundy is at $3. The three-quarter brother do Darcy Brahma Burgundy, $3.50, has been very impressive to date, but this is without a doubt his toughest test. But then you've got Anna Bandana, last season best 2-year-old. She's stepping up to 1,600 metres and she's taking on the boys, and she's had 2 starts back this campaign. Well, Burgundy, he was very good when winning the Canterbury Stakes last time out to the races. The trainer of Burgundy is Jason Bridgman.
Well, I don't think he necessarily has to lead. In that particular race, he just flew the barrier. He landed 2 lengths in front. And from that point, you're not going to pull him back. You're just going to wait for something to come around. Nothing wanted to come around him, so he's inherited the lead, really. So, but at least he's a horse that you don't fear when he is in front. He did relax when he was there. And Matt was under instructions, you know, to give him as softer race as he could. So he waited as long as he had to, and then he just put the race away. As far as what, you know, we weren't after a spectacular performance in his prep race. He certainly looks a horse that deserves a spot on the race, and you know, we're pretty excited about his future, obviously. But his first preparation and his first time taking on the big boys, so to speak. So we're excited and also optimistic, but you know, but measured in our. We know what this game's like. It can offer you cruel outcomes sometimes.
So Burgundy has been one of the favourites for this race for quite some time after his very impressive first up win at Taupo when he was open at a quote of $31 on the futures market. Tony, I'll get to you first. He's had a look at the track at Riccarton. He looks like a big, impressive type. He certainly takes on a good quality of horse this weekend, but boy, he's got some class.
He does. He's an impressive trainer, Jason Bridgman, isn't he? His horses look very good, and he stepped up to the plate there exceptionally well. Look, this horse has to take a quantum leap, I think, to...
I'd like a greyhound that jumps like that.
You would? Well, you know, Rozzo, you can, you know, give it to Jason Bridgman.
Exactly.
He
could do it.
I think he's going to really step up to beat the filly. I'm a little surprised she's there. There. But there was a big bet went on her earlier in the week, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was, yeah. I'm sure that's not the sole reason for it. But look, she's had 2 starts back this campaign, second in behind Antonio Lombardo. She quite clearly needed that, didn't she, I think?
Yes, I think so. And, you know, she'll be improving. You know, Don Selwood's one of those trainers, he always leaves a bit of meat on the bone. You know, there's always something left there, and, you know, she'll continue to improve. So she certainly is the one they've got to beat. He's a beautiful big horse, this horse, and you know, who knows? That's the wonderful uncertainty of horse racing, is that we don't know the improvement in them. But I just think that she'll have the legs on that field there. He's going to make a lovely horse, though.
Good way to start Cup Week with the 2000 Guineas on Saturday, Mark. Do you see it as a 2-horse race?
No, I don't actually. I think Alexander Field's got a big chance with Jenna Hart. That horse is going to eat a mile, I would think, at Riccarton. I like the way he finds the line.
Well, he's got to ride him cold.
Yeah.
Well, if he tries to organise him like at Hawke's Bay, it won't work.
Well, he rode a 2000 Guineas winner just a few years ago.
Yes, he did.
So
he
hopefully he can take that experience into it.
No, Paddy Holmes won't be fazed by it, but if he can, he'll flash at them. Well, I don't know, but yeah, I've got him in my top 4 for sure.
What is your top 4 then, Tony, for the race?
Anna Bandana, Burgundy, Jenna Hart, and President Lincoln. Really impressed with this horse when I saw him last time. He just gives you a good feel.
Yeah,
he's a lovely big horse.
Certainly will learn a lot, and he's certainly gone up since that maiden performance and into a Wellington Guineas, like the way the horse performed. What about you, Mark Rosanowski, for your top 4?
Yeah, look, I went with a filly as well and a bandana. I think we have to accept just how good Antonio Lombardo is too, you know. So I've got her on top. I'll put Jenna Hart in for second. I think it's a really good chance at odds. Burgundy, something close to my heart, close to my lips quite often too. And Shanghai Bund, number 7.
Well, I suppose with you flying all around the place, isn't it? You know, old Perk.
John Sargent's got a couple of interesting runners.
We might call him Perk Coffee, shall we?
I feel like I'm still on the plane. Where are the snacks?
Yeah, have a little cushion here. Where's the chippies?
That Shanghai Bund, I think the trip to Brisbane really helped that horse.
Yeah.
And I think John will see
Well, he
the
improves with the trip, doesn't he? So if you improve with the trip, you must be super.
All right, let's
Always
move on now. Let's move on to the Christchurch Casino Galloping Cup, the New Zealand Cup on Saturday week, and the market for it at this stage. Now, Show Cause is at $5 for the Christchurch Casino New Zealand Cup. Blood Brothers at $8, Sabine at $8. This has always been a race about who's actually going for the New Zealand Cup and who isn't going for the race. Really, we've had a few horses that have pulled out. The Terminator at 10s, Yours at 10s, Titch at 12s, and then you get down to about Herman Munster, which is at $14. Well, Sabine, he's been in good form of late, and Steve Davis caught up with Jason Bridgman.
Seems to come back better than ever this time in. You know, last year was probably up in the weights and finding it a little bit tougher. You know, through the handicapping system now, he's sort of found himself back down at a level where he's competitive again. And he's in great form. You know, we've had a bit of luck with the tracks, getting reasonable ground for him, but he's fit and ready now for Cup Week.
That being the key to him, he needs a good track.
Yeah, he's real top of the ground horse. He just anything worse than dead, and he doesn't try on it. He's pretty wily now. So last year, I think we only had 2 runs on top of the ground to get him ready for the Cup, and you know, it was quite amazing the effort he put in to go as close as he did. This year, we've had 4 runs on all good tracks, and I think he's ahead of the 8 ball, whereas last year we were playing catch up.
He looks to come along very well, this preparation. Tony, when it comes to just an early thought about the Cup, last chance to have a look at some horses in the Metropolitan before next Saturday's New Zealand Cup.
Yeah, I hope my horse to follow this week makes the race, Supremacy.
Yep.
He's a horse that's been there or thereabouts. I reckon Hank the Horse Thief, David Howarth, has got him bang on. Yeah, he's at $14 there. I think if you get on before the weekend and he makes the race, I think he's going to be hard to beat.
What about you, Mark?
Zabine, you'd have to argue, is almost a weight special because last year you've got a head and a nose between what you had Show Cause, you had Titch and Zabine. Yeah. Zabine's carrying a kilo less this year. Titch is going to carry 5 kilos more. Show Cause is going to carry 4 kilos more. I'm not sure if Show Cause can carry 57.5, but Show Cause has got form around Dunedin. That looks pretty good now. He was 2 links off him at Geelong.
That's right.
Yeah, going terrific. Show Cause.
No reason why those 3 can't fight it out again. But Zabine is certainly waiting for every chance.
You know.
Of course, sorry. First 4.
All right, then we'll get on the $14
That'll be
if
my
Supremacy can win on the undercard at Riccarton on Saturday, leading into the Christchurch Casino New Zealand Galloping Cup. We take another break here on Spring Loaded, but it's time to go back to another reloaded piece before we look into some of the boys' hot tips for this weekend.
And racing now, jumping nicely, Cecilia Lloyd. The favourite really pushing it hard now, and here comes Cecilia Lloyd down on the inside, grabs the lead, and Cecilia Lloyd goes the line to win it.
The crowd tensing just a little now as cup time draws near.
Running on well, Arapaho has got the measure of Young Quinn and gone to the lead. It's Arapaho, Globe Bay and Royal Ellen coming down the outside with Royal Ascot, but it's Arapaho. It's a very easy win for Arapaho. He's gone down, he's won it well. But at the moment, Goulet from Double Trouble and Certain going nicely for Marie Linden. Mary Wake appearing further out on the track. McLeod. Certain's got to the lead, 150 to go and is kicking away to win the New Zealand Cup. The battle for the minor money, Goulet and Double Trouble, but Certain's won the Cup.
Once again, she demonstrated that split-second timing to get Certain off the rail.